And Spike Nkrumah joins me for some tech trends on a Friday. Hi.
Hello.
All right, let's start with Google.
Yes.
Yeah, and staff protesting in a way that I guess nobody probably saw it coming.
Yeah. Well, they had been planning this because there's been a bit of sexual misconduct amongst all the tech companies. Silicon Valley has been suffering from that. They're claiming that there's not equality in opportunities and remuneration when it comes to the sexes. So the males are benefiting more than the females. And then also certain people in higher powers, like higher power people, take advantage of the females. And the only thing that happens to them is that they just ask to resign.
Yeah.
And then
sometimes they pay them fat exits bonuses as well. Yeah.
And so they're upset. So what do the employees want? Well, they said they want Google and other companies like that to stop all the sexual harassment and misconduct and the lack of transparency and a workplace culture that's not working for everyone. And basically, they are making some formal demands to Google's management. They're saying that a commitment to end pay and opportunity inequality, a publicly disclosed sexual harassment transparency report, a clear, uniform, globally inclusive process for reporting sexual misconduct safely and anonymously, and then the elevation of the chief diversity officer to answer directly to the CEO and make recommendations directly to the board of directors, the appointment of an employee representative to the board, and finally an end to forced arbitration in cases of harassment and discrimination for all current and future employees.
This is good. Yeah. And I think what was powerful is that men also joined. I mean, it was everybody.
It was everybody.
Joining,
it was very good. We want stuff like that to happen all over the world. For people to have that freedom.
There's an update on the MacBook Air, Mac Mini, and iPad Pro 2018.
Yes. So Apple this year have announced again yet new products: a new iPad Pro, a new MacBook Air, and a new Mac Mini. The iPad Pro, my personal favorite, because now it's even more powerful. No more home button, you know. So they're going the same way as the iPhones, Face ID, scans your face and it unlocks. But the design is really beautiful, edge to edge, and they have the Apple Pencil, and then they have it's capable of actually running a full-fledged Photoshop on it. Like, that's really something crazy. And here's what's even crazier. They've taken out the Lightning port, a proprietary port that Apple uses. They've ditched it for the more universal USB-C port. What this means is that you can now connect your iPad Pro to a monitor, to all other accessories that support the USB-C standard. And that is very great news. The MacBook Air they made it more powerful, quote unquote, because it's just still dual core, and they gave it a Retina display, same as on the iPad Pro, and new colors.
Nice. We'll see people queuing again.
Yes. Typical Apple stuff. People will always queue to go and buy them.
Yeah, but it's not all so nice for the company because they made some losses as well.
Yes. They've lost their $1 trillion crown. The shares fell. Reason being that Apple says, you know what, we're tired of having to disclose how many devices we sell. It's so 2011, 2012. We're not going to do that again. People are like, why would you want to do that? That means that you're trying to hide something. So, no. I'm not confident in Apple. That's what investors were saying. So their shares fell by 7%. That was quite bad. But they're still, confident. Hey, we are Apple.
Yeah.
Nothing you guys will do will push us off. We may have come down, but we will still come up.
Yeah. But let's also, Spikey, talk about Harvard because they've just put more than 6 million court cases online. For what reason?
Artificial intelligence, the future. So last time I was talking about an app that you can actually have that would help you sue anybody that you wanted to sue. So artificial intelligence, as we all know, relies on data, plethora of data. They need lots of training, and that training requires them to study trends over a certain period of time, and from that make informed decisions, if I may put it that way. So Harvard, most private companies that set up these things did it on their own. They go and find their own data or they pick from somewhere else. But Harvard says, hey, we're going to put out over 6 million court cases online to give artificial intelligence a boost. So maybe in the next few years, you might be hiring an artificially intelligent lawyer. And I would trust that lawyer because that lawyer will never forget. And it's got 6 million cases, to refer to. It just goes like, okay, so in 1956, happened. And it's coming all the way from like 1600 till now. All the way from the 1600s. Cases from
that would
then.
be really cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
They've been scanning this for a very long time. 40 million pages.
Wow.
I love that dedication.
I don't know about a robot handling that, by the way. But let's end with the hologram lecturers to teach students. What's that all about?
So imagine that I didn't have to be here. A hologram will represent me here and then do the tech talk, do the tech trend.
We just flip something and Spikey is there. Hello there.
And talks to everybody. So a UK university has become the first to try this technology. Some time ago, I saw online that a pastor was actually trying the same hologram technology in his church, where he doesn't have to be at church. The hologram comes to preach. So a university has tried that. Then so you have like an apparition sort of, just appear in thin air, and the lecturer is just walking around. So say the lecturer has to be somewhere, on the other side of the world. He cannot miss that lecture. He will be there to give that lecture.
I know, student. Very soon we'll stay at home and we'll say appear to us in our home so that we can study it.
Well, that's not bad, provided you actually study.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind if my lecturer is walking with me on the street teaching me. All I need is my earphones and looking at him. Although you look a bit cool, but that'll be fun.
There's a lot of things happening in the world of technology. Yes. Thank you, Spikey, for bringing us some tech talk today on the show. Well, when we come back, we have some business for you. Stay with us.